It's 5 years since Myanmar's democratically elected government was overthrown in a military coup. First, the young took to the streets to protest. Then they took to the jungles to fight. As their country descended into a fractured civil war. The military has been ruthless, targeting civilians. Millions of whom were displaced. And Myanmar fell into chaos. In hard fighting, the rebels won ground. But the military is clawing some of it back. Earlier this year, the junta held sham elections. This is our first trip back inside rebel-held territory since then. Myanmar's seasons are shifting. The hot months are giving way to monsoon. And across mountain passes and through deep jungles, a change is in the air. In the country's fight for freedom. And in hidden rebel camps, the burden borne by these young fighters, People's Defence Forces, has become heavier. Their path ahead, less certain. Their foe, Myanmar's military, is strengthened, reinvigorated. Here at this jungle clinic, they march in daily with injured comrades. The single solar-powered operating theatre is never still. They keep hidden here, for the threat of junta airstrikes, even for hospitals, is never far away. The patient, Jazol, has been fighting the junta for 3 years, until his right leg was badly wounded in a recent battle. Dr. Song is the physician in charge. In the sweltering heat, he and his team of volunteers prepare for hours of surgery ahead. On the table is Jazu. He's only 29 years old, and they're trying to save his leg. It's a landmine injury. Myanmar is one of the most heavily mined countries in the world. As the screws tighten, they give Jazol some more of their precious reserves of anaesthetic. They are drilling deep to reconstruct most of what the landmine took away. On the other side of the clinic, there's a different agony. Dr. Song has to leave surgery to deal with another impending emergency. A corner of this ward for the battle wounded has been curtained off. Inside, Mae Kut Mon is about to give birth. It's not all just battlefield injuries here. The wife of one of the fighters is heavily pregnant and the contractions have just started, so they're going to deliver the baby. Every part of this revolution involves the juggling of scarce resources. At the front line, and here at the clinic.
So Dr. Song, the baby's coming?
Yes, it's maybe within 4 hours or 3 hours. Yes.
But now we have to go to surgery for another patient.
At that time we work together.
Very busy.
Yeah, very busy.
Time is rarely on Dr. Song's side. Today he has it for Jia So's surgery, which he counts as a blessing. At its most crowded, the clinic sees 50, 60 frontline casualties, all needing immediate treatment. His civilian training never prepared him for the type of injuries he sees here. Is all this blood, pain and suffering, is it worth the struggle?
Yes.
Why? What are you fighting for?
ဒီတော်လှန်ရေးတော့ဒီလိုမျိုးဒီ struggle လုပ်ပြီးတော့တိုက်ခိုက်ရတာတက်မှာလေဘာလို့လဲကျွန်တော်တို့တော့မဟုတ်ဘူးလေ။နောက်ဒီနိုင်ငံမှာကျန်နေခဲ့မဲ့မျိုးဆက်သစ်လူငယ်generation new generation တွေအတွက်ဆိုရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကစွန့်စားရမှာပဲလေ။
Even though you see many patients like this,
yes.
day after day,
Yes.
it's still worth it.
Yeah, no? Hey, what are you? Oh, okay. Hey, man.
After a full day in surgery, Jia So is back out in the recovery ward. Still groggy from the anaesthetic. He's got months of recovery ahead of him. Dr. Song has given up much since joining the resistance. He's lost loved ones and hasn't seen his family in years. He doesn't want to appear unmasked for fear that his relatives back in government-controlled territory will be harmed. Why did you give up your life in Yangon for this life?
အာနာသိန်းသွားပြီဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့အနေနဲ့လှုပ်ရှားတစ်ခုပဲရှိတော့တယ်အဲ့အာနာရှင်ကိုပြန်လဲတိုက်ခိုက်ဖို့ပေါ့ဒါဘယ်လိုနည်းနဲ့တိုက်မလဲပေါ့ပဲမူတည်ပြီးတော့ပထမကကျွန်တော်တို့စဉ်းစားပြရဲဒုတိယကျတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့လက်နက်ကင်ပြီးတော့ဟိုအာနာရှင်ကိုတိုက်ခိုက်မှရမယ်ဆိုတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မလို့ငါတို့ဒီတစ်ခါတော့ငါတို့တိုင်းပြည်တွေနောက်ဆုံးတစ်ခေါက်နေလဲငါတို့ရဲ့ဘဝတွေကိုထားခဲ့ပြီးတော့နောင်မျိုးဆက်တွေအတွက်အဆင်ပြေအောင်လို့ကျွန်တော်ရွေးချယ်ရတာပေါ့
The junta is bombing schools, it bombs hospitals. You have to keep hidden here. It bombs churches. Do you get angry about what they're doing to their own people?
ဒေါသတော့အရင်ထွက်တာပေါ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကိုတိုင်းလဲကြုံခဲ့ဘူးတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးအဓိကကတော့စာတင်ကျောင်းတွေရယ်ဆေးရုံတွေရယ်ပြီးသွားရင်ဒီ civilian လို့ခေါ်တဲ့ပြည်သူလူထုရွာသားတွေကိုဟိုဘာမှလက်နက်မရှိဘဲနဲ့ဒီအကြောင်းများချက်မရှိဘဲနဲ့သူတို့ကိုကြောက်စိတ်ဝင်သွားအောင်လို့ဘုံကျဲတာမျိုးတော့ဒါကိုဒေါသထွက်တယ်ပြီးရင်တချို့နေ့တွေမှာဆိုရင်ဒီတော်လိုင်းငါးနဲ့6လုံးမှာဆိုတချို့နေ့တွေမှာဆိုရင်စကားအောင်ထုတ်ဖော်ပြောလို့မရအောင်ဝန်းနေတယ်ပေါ့တက်ဖက်တာလဲဘုံတစ်ခုတည်းမဟုတ်ဘုံရယ်ခုနောက်မှာဆိုကာမီကာစီတွေရယ်အစပိုင်းတော့လက်နက်ကြီးတွေပေါ့နော်သူတို့ဒီလက်နက်ကင်ပြီးတော့ဒုက္ခပေးနေရလဲမဟုတ်ဘူးကလေးတွေကစာတင်နေတယ်ယာသူယာသားတွေကသူတို့လှုပ်ပြီးတော့တိုင်းပြည်မှာသူတို့ဒီစင်းရဲအတိုင်းပြည်မှာမနှဲကိုရင်ဆိုင်နေရတဲ့အချိန်
The silence in Myanmar's schoolyards and classrooms is deafening. Children have been killed or injured in more than 650 junta airstrikes since the coup. More than half the country's kids, 7 million, no longer dare attend school. When they do, this is what they face.
Calm down, it's okay. It's okay.
Again and again, terror rains from the skies onto the heads of children from the junta's warplanes. A grave human rights violation, says the UN. Myanmar's military claims it only targets sheltering fighters. Junta attacks mean that 294 kids will never return to their classrooms, the number killed here just last year. When the military is under threat, everything becomes a target. Hospitals, monasteries, churches, schools. And the result is the same everywhere. Civilians are a target as well as the fighters, and you're left with this, a dead zone. The resistance forces have no defences against these kind of aerial assaults. And the fear is that as the military expands its supply and sophistication of drones, these kind of attacks could become more common and deadlier. So we're right, as you can see, on the cusp of monsoon season. Now when it starts, nothing will move in this country, including the front lines. Now these rebel fighters are optimists. They say that means they'll have a chance to regroup, reform and plan their attacks for the dry season. Of course, military junta will be using the time in exactly the same way. We joined rebel fighters in Papom as they readied to move out. Undercover and out of sight, not just from the rains, but from the risk of drone attacks too, which they say come almost daily. They're still fighting a guerrilla war at its most basic. Some of these men have been living and fighting in these conditions for 3 years now. Body armour is still in short supply, and ammunition too. Every bullet must be counted. And the enemy they are now heading out to face, thanks to a new security pact with Russia, is better equipped than ever before. Fighting this war from the ground alone is a hard slog. In Bago, main roads are under military control, so the People's Defence Force take the long way round. River crossings, jungle tracks, and mud-filled trails. This means that moving men and evacuating casualties takes time. These young rebels are heading back to the front line, to Papong. There's a junta base there, which these men have been trying to take for 2 years now. It's cost them a lot already. A lot of casualties and a lot of fatalities. The truth of the matter is, they're facing a reinvigorated enemy. Myanmar's military is stronger than it's been in a long time. It's got more air power, it's got more manpower, it's had help from Russia and from China. One of the big differences these men are facing now is drones. So we're under some tree cover right now, but we're about to go along the main road. And there's a constant drone threat. The strikes come almost daily, they say. So they'll be on alert and trying to get down this road as quickly as possible. And when they arrive, there is another threat too. Wherever resistance forces patrol now, they have to be mindful of fresh junta troops, who are now being sent out on foot to reinforce bases in their hundreds.
The front line is just around that corner. We have to stop here because there's a sniper position within easy range. So I can see the junta base just on the next hillside. These men actually captured it about a month ago, but they only held it for a couple of days. They weren't able to hold on because of enormous air power from the junta. They hit it with airstrikes, with drones, and the men had to withdraw. But they still have it surrounded both on this side and the opposite side of that hill. How long did you hold the base for?
ကိုယ်လည်းထိန်းထားတော့မယ်လေအခုဒီလည်းပြန်မယ်တော့ဒီကထိန်းဆောင်နေတာမဟုတ်ဘူးဒီမှာတစ်ခုရှိမယ်အဲ့ဒီနားမှာနှစ်ခုနောက်တော့အဲ့ဒီကောင်အနောက်မှာတို့နှစ်ခုဆက်ဆောက်ပြီးပြင်နေတယ်စစ်ကူတက်လာတဲ့ဟာပဲရှိတယ်ဆိုတော့ဒါတို့အပြေးသွားသူပြန်တက်နိုင်တယ်ပေါ်မှာအကုန်လုံးရောင်နေပဲလမ်းကြည့်လိုက်လေလမ်းကြည့်ရကောင်တို့ဘယ်လိုမှတက်ထိုင်ရတဲ့အနေထားရှိမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါတို့ပြင်ဆင်နေဆိုတဲ့အနေထားပဲရှိသေးတယ်
This resistance base is hidden deep in the forest. Time and time again we hear from resistance fighters that one of the reasons that Myanmar's military, the junta, has regained the initiative on the battlefield is because of thousands of new recruits, forced conscripts, some of whom never wanted to fight. Well, here at this HQ there are 4 deserters from the junta forces and they've agreed to speak to us. How did you escape from the army?
ကျွန်တော်ကစက်ကသားရဲ့လက်ထက်မှာဝင်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်ရေချိုးလိုက်တနေရတယ်ပြီးတော့ငယ်ချင်း၄ယောက်စုပြီးတော့နှစ်ယောက်ရင်ဆောင်ခိုင်းတယ်နှစ်ယောက်အပေါ်ကနေတက်လာဖို့အချိန်တိုင်းတယ်နော်ပေါ်ကနေကျွန်တော်တို့နှစ်ယောက်ကကျွန်တော်တို့ငယ်နှစ်ယောက်ကဆင်းလာသူတို့နှစ်ယောက်ကိုဥစွာဆောင်ခိုင်းတာဆောင်နေတဲ့တငယ်၄ယောက်စုံပြီးဆိုတာကြမှာသူတို့ရဲရှည်ကြည့်ပြီးတော့ပြေးလာကြဟိုအကုန်လုံးဝိုက်ဝက်ပြီးတော့သူတို့လက်ထက်ကလွတ်အောင်လို့ပြေးလာတယ် ဒီပြေးလို့ပြေးသွားတော့ကျွန်တော်ဆုံးလာပြီးပြေးလာတော့မိသွားရင်လည်းမလွယ်ဘူးကျွန်တော်တို့က
Are they treating you well here?
ဟိုဒီမှာအစားရအဆင်ပြေတော့နေရထိုင်ရအကုန်ပြေးပါတယ်ဟိုကလည်းဆိုင်အများကြီးကောင်းပါဒီမှာနေရထိုင်ဟိုညီကိုလိုတော့ဆက်ဆံတယ်ဒါစိမ့်လိုမဆက်ဆံအကုန်လုံးကတော့မိသားစုပုံစံမျိုးဆက်ဆံတယ်
But still you're not free to leave.
ဟုတ်အိမ်ပြန်လို့မရတယ်
So do you think you'll ever be able to go home again?
ဟုတ်အဲ့လိုထင်ပါကျွန်တော်နေအချိန်ချိန်မှာကိုယ့်ရင်ကိုပြန်ရမယ်လို့ထင်ပါအစင်မြောက်အကုန်လုပ်ပြီးတယ်အချိန်ချိန်မှာတော့ပြန်ရမယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့သွားခင်လေးမှာအချိန်တန်လို့ရှိရင်ပြန်ရမယ်အချိန်ကာလတစ်ခုပဲတော့အချိန်ကာလတစ်ခုစောင့်ရတယ်
Did any of you want to join the army or were you forced to do so?
တော့အတင်းအာရမဆွဲခံရဆန္ဒပါမနဲ့ဒီစစ်မှုတန်းဆိုပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဆွဲခံရတော့ပါလာဆန္ဒရှိဘူးပေါ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည်သူတွေကတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ပြည်သူပါပဲเนาะဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဆန္ဒမရှိဘဲနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီထဲကိုရောက်လာတယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်ဘာမှမသိဘဲနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့အရှင်တန်းကိုရောက်လာတယ်ရှေ့တန်းကိုပို့လာဟုတ်ကဲ့ဒါသူတို့ခိုင်းရင်ခိုင်းလို့လုပ်ရတယ်ဟုတ်
For long on the offensive, Myanmar's rebel and ethnic groups are increasingly now on the defensive. They're still holding much of the ground they took from the junta more than 2.5 years ago, but Myanmar's military is making important gains. These rebels are far from ready to give up the fight. Including veteran commander Nanda. Oh.
ဝင်းကြီးအေးစေးမပူနဲ့ငါတို့အိမ်ရှိမှလေဒီရောမဟုတ်တော့ဝိုင်းတွဲ
A Y-12 is a Chinese-made aircraft. The junta uses them as bombers. He's now recuperating in the jungle clinic. He's taken a bullet to his leg. It's only a small matter, he says. It's one of more than 50 injuries he received in 5 years of fighting with the People's Defence Forces. He single-handedly took on an entire column of junta reinforcements. Broken bones, bomb fragments, shrapnel from drones, and bullet wounds. His body is a map of the resistance since the 2021 coup, right down to the tattoo on his arm.
အာနာသိန်းတဲ့အချိန်တုန်းကကျွန်တော်တို့ကအဲ့ချိန်မှာစော့ပင်နေနဲ့ရေးကြတယ်လေလက်တွေမှာကျွန်တော်တို့တနက်တစ်လက်မှမရှိဘူးအဲ့ဒီအချိန်တုန်းကအာနာသိန်းတုန်းကရန်ကုန်မြို့မှာလက်သုံးချောင်းထောင်ပြီးလမ်းမပေါ်မှာဆန္ဒပြတော့သူတို့ကမျက်ရည်ယူဘုံနေနဲ့ပြစ်တယ်တကယ်ကြည်စံအစ်စ်တွေနဲ့ပြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဒီအချိန်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီမှာစော့ပင်နဲ့ရေးလိုက်တယ်ရေးလိုက်ပြီးစော့ပင်ကချွေးထွက်လာတော့ပြတ်သွားတယ်အဲ့ဒီအချိန်မှာကျွန်တော်ကနေ့တိုင်းကျွန်တော်ကဆန္ဒပြတာကိုတွားတယ်တွားတဲ့အချိန်မှာကျွန်တော်နောက်ရကြတော့စော့ပယ်မရေးတော့ဘဲနဲ့တက်တူးတစ်ခါရေးလိုက်တယ်တကယ်ရှင်နဲ့တကယ်လုပ်ပေးခြင်းနဲ့ဆန္ဒပေါ့ဒီမသိခင်မှာလဲအကောင်းဆုံးနေလှုပ်ဆောင်သွားခြင်းဒီမှာလိုအပ်နေတဲ့မျက်ကြည်လွှာတို့ဘာလို့အဆက်ဆက်ရ accessory အားလုံးလှူခြင်းနဲ့ရင်ထဲဆန္ဒတော့
But given the growing number of casualties on the rebel side, does he believe the resistance has lost the fighting spirit, the momentum it once had?
ကျွန်တော်တို့နိုင်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့မှာစိတ်တက်ဘယ်တော့မှမကြဘူးကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲဘော်တွေရဲ့စိတ်တက်မကြကြဘူးဒါကြောင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကလာစာနဲ့လာတိုက်တာမဟုတ်ခံယူချက်နဲ့လာတိုက်တာဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့တေချာပေါက်နိုင်ပါ
There is, though, a fatigue here that wasn't there before. An exhaustion. Still, more than half the country is beyond the military's control, but that has cost these young fighters a great deal. Jazzo, still recovering from the operation to his leg, wonders if it's all been worth the sacrifice. Myanmar has known nothing but military rule for most of its history. But this isn't just the fight of their lives, they say, it's a fight for generations who come next here. After hours of contractions, Dr. Song is on hand. Mae Kut Mon is finally giving birth. It's a healthy baby girl, born in a jungle clinic, into the arms of revolutionaries in the midst of war. Will this little girl grow to see Myanmar's cry for freedom finally answered?